Hey there. Just wanted to show you really quickly how to use Google Slides to create your own Bitmoji class. And for this example, we're going to do a PE class. So what you want to do first is obviously you're going to need a background, but instead of clicking on add backgrounds or insert background up here, you actually want an image. So you're going to go to insert image and then search the web. You're going to do school gym and click enter, and then you're going to scroll down until you find the one that you want to use. This one looks nice because it's not particular to any school colors. It doesn't have any logos or anything from what I can see. So I'm going to click that one because it's pretty generic. And we'll see when I blow it up if it's still really good. So to make it bigger, you click on the right corner or any corner and you drag it until you get the size that you want. You might need to mess around with the size a little bit, maybe pull it out to the side, and just make sure that it fits inside your Google slide really nice to the size that your Google slide is. So see, this gray line is where the edge of the Google slide is, so I'm going to pull it back down so that it lines up with my Google slide. So now it's going to serve as my background. And then I can insert whatever I want into that gym. So let's say we're going to do a lesson about basketball. So what I want to do is go back up to insert image. I could upload an image from my computer, but it's easiest to do search web. And then I'm going to type in basketball and search. Okay, and then I'm going to find an image that I like. Now, usually you're going to want one that's invisible background, okay? A transparent background so that you can place it anywhere you want. Some of these might be, but it's kind of hard to tell. Let's try this one. We're going to drag it over. It looks like it's going to probably have a white background, but we'll see. Yeah, it does. So that's not going to work very well because then it just looks like a weird sticker. So I'm going to delete that. Let's see if I can find one on here that has transparent background. The easiest way to do that is put basketball transparent. I had an issue with basketball transparent the other day. Let's try basketball no background. Let's see if that'll work better. Okay, so let's see if this one will work. I'll drag it over. Okay, see how this has no background, so you can see the gym around it, but it's huge, and obviously I'm not going to want it that big, so I'm going to, again, go to the corner and shrink it down to the size that I want. And it's still pretty big, so I'm going to shrink it a bit more. Okay, so maybe if we're talking about basketballs that day, I would want to add a basketball. Okay, now if you had a Bitmoji account, which I can walk you through later, then this is the place where you're going to want to add your Bitmoji. So you would have already added Bitmoji to your Chrome extension, and we can talk about that in a different video. But once you have the Chrome extension on, you click your Bitmoji Chrome extension, and then you want to search, and I usually just type the word pose because that gives you all of the characters without a whole lot of background or words behind them. And you can see some here, and to see more, you kind of got to click right on the side and try to, you can, sometimes it'll let you scroll down, and sometimes it doesn't really scroll very well. But if you click, then you can just arrow down and find the ones that you want. Okay, so maybe since we're doing basketball, maybe I want to make it look kind of like I'm shooting, so I might pick this one here. And you can just click it and drag it right over to your Google slide, and it already has an invisible background. Okay, that looks more like I'm cheering someone on than I'm shooting, but you get the idea. So now I can move myself. I can make it bigger and smaller. I could put it wherever I want. Okay, I'm obviously not wearing basketball clothes, so I might have wanted to change my Bitmoji's clothes before this class, but you get the idea. I can move my Bitmoji around to where I want it to be. Now let's say you're going to want your kids to watch a video within this Google slide. So you can go to Insert, and then where it says Video, and then I already put one in here from YouTube that I found on Stephen Curry teaches shooting basketball and ball handling and scoring. Okay, so I just copied this link from YouTube. I pasted it right here. I pushed search. It came up. So I'm going to click it one time and then push select. And then it's going to drop in right to the middle, and I can move it wherever I want on my screen for the kids to be able to see. I might want to play with this a little bit and move things around to where it sounds like, or where it looks good to me. Now, let's say I wanted my Bitmoji here and I wanted the basketball in front. Then you can right click on the basketball and go order and push bring to front. And that's going to put the ball in front of my legs. Okay. And then since it's in the front, it could also be in front of the video. Okay. It's going to be in front of anything else that I put. If I wanted to send it back, I could do the same thing, right click, go to order, and I could send it backwards. But I like it in front because it kind of gives it more depth. Okay, so once I have everything the way I want it, then my slide is done, and I can choose to share the link with my students, or I could save it. If I save it as an image, then the video is not going to work, so I don't want to do that. But if I want to save the link with my students, I could do that. All right, if you decide you don't like this video and you'd rather just give instructions, then you can take that out. You could insert a text box and you just draw it with your cursor wherever you want, and then you can type your instructions like today practice dribbling for 10 minutes. Okay, whatever you want to say, and you can highlight that text and make it bold. You can change the font up here to something a little bit easier to read or that matches what you're doing. That's really hard to read, so that's not a great one. Let's pick a different one. Maybe we want to use Oswald. Okay, and then maybe you want to change the color. Sometimes even using white when you have a background makes it easy. This is kind of hard, so you can highlight it again, change the color of the text. Maybe you want red to match your shirt, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then if you want to add text somewhere else, then you can just insert a new text box and drag your text. Okay, or you can just keep typing. Like if you're going to give the kids a list of exercises to do, you can just do that. That's all you need to do. If you wanted to add a drop shadow to your basketball to make it look more realistic, you would click that basketball and then click this box over here that says drop shadow, and then you can see that it left a little bit of a drop shadow. If you want to make it a different color or make it a different angle, you can play with all of those things, but we don't need to do that today because it looks fine the way it is. And that's how you make a Bitmoji PE class, for example. Hope this video helped. You can do the same thing with your Bitmoji classroom, but you need to add each part individually, and it takes a lot longer to do a classroom. That's why we went through the PE today. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.